Hello and welcome to By Hannah Renee. I'm Hannah and thanks for stopping by my cozy space where we talk about creative projects, cozy hobbies, good reads, coloring pages, whatever else my current obsession is. And today I wanted to show you all of my completed projects and completed pages for the month of May. So let's get started. So the first thing I have to show you is a couple little pocket dragons. I have the small and large pocket dragon designs or patterns by Serendipity Designs. And this is the small one. Let's see if I can get him closer. Isn't he cute? It's a very simple little design. It's designed to fit like a child's hand and fit like in their shirt pocket when it's folded. But then my favorite one I have is the large pocket dragon. And this one's designed more for an adult size pocket and hand. But because it's bigger, there's a lot more detail on it. So this is him. He has a thing that goes around your finger to hold on or to stay on. So yeah, I blocked him and he's super drapey now, which I love. And the yarn I used for this was, sorry, this is my dog Butters. My other dog Roro is right here. They will make an appearance in probably every video. But anyway, the yarn that I used for this was this Hobby Daily Stitch Acrylic XL. It's 100% acrylic yarn, worsted weight. It doesn't have a color name. None of them do, but I just used like basic red and blue acrylic yarns. So that's that. But anyway, I thought he turned out super cute. So that's him. I made him for my dad because my dad saw the small pocket dragon and was like, you have to make me a dragon. So I made him this large one and I did it in Buffalo Bills colors because that's his favorite football team. So that's this one. All right, and then the other completed project that I have that was crochet is actually it's called a Tide Pool Rectangle Tee, and it's by Make and Do Crew, I guess. It's a free pattern on their website. I'll link everything down below. And this is what it looks like. Put it on for you. You know, obviously it doesn't look great with this particular shirt underneath, but this is what it is. I really like it. I like how it turned out. It's so much better now that it's been blocked. It was a little bit wonky and uneven beforehand, but I like it. And then the back is the same thing, just a little bit higher. You could also reverse it, have a higher back or have a higher V in the front and lower back. And that's completely customizable as well. The whole thing is size inclusive, customizable for any size, all of that. It's a really good pattern. Highly recommend. So those are the only crochet items that I have completed for May, or that I completed in May. I'm obviously working on a bunch of other ones as well, but we're not going to talk about those in this video. Same goes for knitting. I'm working on some different projects, but didn't complete anything this past month. And same for diamond art, cross stitch, all of those. So all of the other cozy hobbies I get up to. So The other thing that I do have completed are coloring pages. So we're gonna switch to top-down view and we'll go from there. Okay, welcome to the top-down view that I have figured out so far. So first of all, I realized that I did not actually tell you what yarn I used to make my shirt. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I used this Yarnspirations Caron Cloud Cakes, and I used this in the color Rhubarb. So it took 2 of these, a little less than, but obviously that's going to depend on the size that you're making. But yeah, it's this really pretty pinky color, so I liked it. It was fun to work with. All right, so first of all, I've got my drink here. I have to show you. Look at this adorable little mug. It has like all the kittens on the side. I love it so much. Okay. So for this month I did quite a few pages. A lot of them were just the cute and cozy pages in one of the books. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you those first, get those out of the way. I have this book by Coloring Book Cafe. It's 130 Hygge scenes, I guess. Cute and cozy coloring book. Let's see, get it. View. So with this one, I just kind of go through from front to back most of the time, just because it's easier. Part of why I like it is I don't have to think about it. So that just kind of chooses the page for me. Now, I experimented with a lot of different mediums in this to see what kind of things work best on the paper. So some of them are not great because the medium did not work well, and being cute and cozy pages, I didn't feel any desire to try and fix them, so bear with me. So this was the first one I did. Just a cute little bunny with his mom and a little chick friend. I used acrylic paint pens on this. It turned out okay. As you can see, I got some bleeding from the purple there, which isn't great. But the paint pens were a little bit scratchy on it, honestly. They weren't very pleasant to use. So then I went on to try different paint pens. So I was like, well, maybe it was just that particular brand. But I had the same result. But I really like how this one turned out. It was a buddy color, and if I get the picture from my buddy, I will insert it to the side here. But as of filming, she hadn't been able to finish it yet, which is totally fine. We didn't even have a set time frame for this buddy. I just happened to get it done earlier than her. So I did that, and then I also did this page for a hashtag. Let me grab my coloring planner. Did this for the hashtag Color with Shell 2026 May. She was doing this specific page in this book, so I decided to join her and everyone else on this for Mermay. I had just been coloring this page, not really thinking about like what all is going on in it. I was like, oh, cute, like 2 people, like a knight and a mermaid, dragon in love, like he's laying down his sword for her. Like, it's very cute. And then my mom actually pointed out that there are not just his sword, but 2 other swords. And so at least 2 other knights had already laid down their swords for her. And she probably lured them into the water to kill them or something. I'm like, oh, well, that makes this page a whole lot darker than I thought it was. So, it's still a pretty page though. I like how it turned out. I could have probably done more shading on the mermaid if I had wanted to, but the tooth of the paper was already kind of gone. So I was, hey, stop. Thank you. But the tooth of the paper was already kind of gone. I used Albrecht Dürer for this. So, yeah, it just, more shading wasn't happening on it. But I like how it turned out for the most part. Okay, and then colored something in this book, Boule de Pois, by Art Therapy. Did something in the spring section. This is my color palette. So I colored this one. I really like how this turned out. I love the color of the blanket that the gorilla's sitting on, and I think the cat is super cute. So, yeah, I really like how this turned out. I used a color palette from Practical Color Combinations. I used number 4, Blissful Spring. So I used this palette and did that. So it's not exact, but it's close. And then my mom was visiting and she decided to color a page and use the same palette. So she colored this page using the same palette. I think it's super cute how well that turned out. I think it turned out super well. Thing back in there. All right, and then last but not least, did a page out of Whimsical Gnomes by Teresa Goodrich. This one was also buddy color with my mom. We each picked out 2 color palettes from this book, and then colored the same page and to see how each of ours would turn out. So I used the Bouncy Ball color palette. So lots of bright colors there. And then I also used the Scottish Highlands palette to get some more greens and some neutrals because there's a lot going on the page. So using those 2 color palettes, ended up with this. And I really like how this turned out. I based with Ohuhu water-based markers and then went over them with was it Polychromos that I went over them with? Or I think so. Yeah, I went over them with Polychromos. Anyway, really like how it turned out. Love all of the bright colors. The dog is super cute. I keep getting the song from Mary Poppins stuck in my head from it. But I really like how it turned out. The dog is super cute, and yeah, so I thought it was a cute page. Me and my mom are doing a buddy color every week now. 1 week we will be doing a page, probably out of this book, but some book that we have in common, and each coming up with our own color palettes and then comparing the pages afterwards. Each coming up with our own color palettes and comparing the page afterwards. And then the next week we're coming up with a color palette and that we'll both use, and then each come up with our own page that we use the color palette on. So yeah, it's been fun so far. This was the first week that we did it, so I think it turned out really well. So yeah. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the colored pages. Dogs are wanting my attention, so I guess I should probably go figure out what they want. But it was really good hanging out with you guys. Hope you enjoyed everything. Hope to see you again next time. I think my dog just caught a fly, so there's that. I don't know. Anyway, hope you have a really good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.